Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave. I'm so excited to be stamping with you today, and look at this beautiful card that I have created. It's kind of like a shabby chic looking card, really. It uses the wonderful stamp set Colorful Seasons. I love this because there's just so many things you can do with it. Every season is covered, and it has a fantastic set of framelits that coordinate with it, which of course is wonderful. Also, I have used some of our Wood Textures DSP. This is such beautiful paper, and you can do so many different things with it. So first of all, I'm going to start by using the different little snowflake images, and we're going to stamp on the background of our piece of paper. Let me just grab some paper to protect my work surface because I've been kind of messy lately. I don't know what it is. All right, so I'm going to use my Versamark ink pad, and I'm also going to use my, if I can find it. Here we go. My embossing buddy. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on here, and what this does is it takes any of the oils like from your skin or anything on the cardstock so that the little flecks of embossing powder don't stick everywhere, which is really kind of helpful. Okay, so I'm going to start by stamping the larger snowflake first. I'm using my, look at this beautiful Virgin Versamark pad. It's like wonderful. I've kept it this way for like 9 months. We'll see how much longer I can keep it up. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp several of these snowflakes. Now, because it's kind of hard to see where they are, I'm going to put some white embossing powder on them next, and then I'll add the smaller ones. This just makes it a little easier to see where I've been so that I don't double stamp anything. Okay, and then we'll continue on with the smaller one, although I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put one more big one right there. All right, and then we'll do the smaller one. So that fits right in there, and another one right in there. And I think we'll put one more there. Now we're good. All right, so then again, we'll put the embossing powder on here. I love using these little containers. This is Snapware. You can find it at like Walmart or Target. And I put all my embossing powder in here because it's just so much easier to use that way. And then I have a little label on the end so I know what kind that it is. Okay, so now I'm going to take and heat emboss this with my heat tool. I'm going to heat from the bottom. And the reason I do that is because, first of all, it's easy to see where you are going, where you've been. And also, it doesn't make the powder fly off like it can sometimes when you're doing it directly on there. So I kind of like doing it that way. Someone told me that that's actually how you're supposed to do it. Who knew, right? On thin paper like this, it all happens really quick and easy, which I love. I do go from the top down on watercolor paper because it's really thick. Okay, so now that we've got that done, the rest is a piece of cake. That was actually the hardest part. So what we're going to do is take and adhere this. And first of all, can I just tell you, I've got some powder on here and I can't stand that feeling. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this to my cardstock with some adhesive. I'm putting a little more than I normally do because it warped, in the heating process. So then we'll just adhere this down. So my printed paper is 3 3/4 by 5, and then I'm adhering it to a layer of early espresso, which is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and then we're going to attach it to a powder pink card base. Now all of these dimensions are in the description of this video as well as linked to my blog, so you can check that out there. And I've got all of the supplies that I've used as well in case there's anything you need to purchase. I would so appreciate it if you shopped through my online store. Okay, now one of my favorite stamps in this whole set is this sentiment. It says, "You make me smile." So we're going to take that and stamp it in some early espresso ink onto this little strip of Whisper White cardstock. Now this is left over from when I trimmed my cardstock down. It's about 1 inch wide. And I'm just going to leave a little space on the end so that I can do my triple banner punch on here. Now, one thing that I love about these strips is, like I said, they're left over, so I just hold on to them. And then they're kind of ready to go whenever I need them. Now I wanted to add a little something to this card, so I decided to take and put some adhesive along that bottom edge, and then I've got this beautiful ruffled ribbon that coordinates, and I'm just going to have a little peak of this ribbon sticking out on the bottom. I love doing this. Well, I've done it before, but it had been a while, and I recently kind of rediscovered it. Do you ever do that where you've learned something and then all of a sudden you remember again this really cool technique that you hadn't done maybe in a few years or something? Well, that's kind of what this is. So I'm just going to attach so that little ruffle sticks down off of my sentiment. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to flip this over and we're going to put some dimensionals on here, and then we're going to attach it to our card because it's just so stinking cute, right? All right. Oh, and you know what? Oh, good. I didn't put this on here. Okay. It helps though if you take the backing off the dimensionals, just saying. Okay. So right there, that looks good. You make me smile. Now, what's cool about this, first of all, I think this is a great card to send just for anyone. I know a lot of us in this world have gotten some snow in the last week. And while you might not necessarily feel like celebrating it, I do think snowflakes are a really cute card to send to somebody. But also keep in mind, just a thinking of you card. The other thing I was thinking is, wouldn't this make a gorgeous wedding card for somebody who's having a winter wedding? I think it'd be awesome. But it certainly can be for any occasion. But to send somebody a card that says, "You make me smile," I think is a really sweet gesture. And of course, in this long winter season we have right now, that would be such a welcome surprise in my mailbox, I think. Okay, so I'm going to pop this up right here. And that looks great. But I want to do one more thing. I think you can really make a card stand out by adding something extra to it. So I have some of our adhesive back sequins, and these are kind of a really cool, almost like a vintagey patina-y, well, not really patina, but I don't know, they're just cool sequins. I like them. I don't know how to describe them really, but they kind of fit with my shabby chic vintagey look. So I'm just going to put several of these down, kind of sprinkle them all around, and I think this adds just a fantastic touch. Now I love putting things like this on my card in odd numbers, so I think at 5 I shall stop, and look at how fun that is. So I hope you loved this card and this video. It's so easy. Have some fun. Do some white stamping on your Wood Textures DSP. You might really enjoy the results, whether it's flowers or snowflakes or stars or balloons or whatever. It's a fun look. So thank you guys so much for stamping with me. I will see you again soon. Bye.